I'll be a hypocrite if I don't address the situation that happened with you.
There is no situation with me.
The one where you was messing with the 16-year-old girl?
The article says
I'm going on
19 when I met her.
So, but what did you say?
I said that I spoke to her on the phone when she was 16. But you came on my platform and spread lies like that?
Lies?
Lies.
Is it lies? Did you talk to her when you were 16?
For like 5 minutes when I was 21. I'm 39.
You wasn't 23? Bro, you was 23, she was 16. You was on the phone with her for what? You should have known. Why am I talking to a 16-year-old girl? Why am I talking to a 16-year-old girl? Stop it, bro. We gotta get let out. You on the phone with a 16-year-old girl, bro. What are you talking about?
That it was a girl from 10, 12 years ago that I dated who just decided that I raped her, like, all these years later.
Adam22 from No Jumper is in hot water. 3 of his co-hosts are dropping out of his show, and it seems like his life is falling apart. And now his predatory past has come back to haunt him. So let's get into it. Who is Adam22? Well, he's a popular social media star and the host of a show called No Jumper. He's been all over social media and he comes from a wealthy family. Actually, his father, Philip, is friends with former President Bill Clinton. And I'm sure it was super helpful to have that Clinton connection when Adam's father, Philip, was in jail because he was convicted for mail fraud after trying to manipulate a $6.3 million deal. And now his son Adam is over here trending because Perv Busters came onto the podcast and exposed him for talking to a 16-year-old girl. Keep in mind that Adam is like a 40-year-old man. He has like a wife or at least a long-term partner. They have a child together, so this isn't a good look. Adam22 deleted a live stream podcast with the official Perv Busters after they confronted him about allegedly talking to a 16-year-old girl when he was 23. Here's a picture of the official Perv Busters Instagram. I'm not entirely sure why Adam invited them to his podcast, but he has a lot of guests, so I guess they were on the list. Although the podcast episode was deleted, one of the members of this Perv Busters group took a video of them confronting Adam about this, and we got some of his reactions. This video has at least 11 million views on Twitter, so Adam must not be happy that these guys were filming.
We talking about the whole lust situation and everything, but I'll be a hypocrite if I don't address the situation that happened with you.
There is no situation with me.
The one where you was messing with the 16-year-old girl?
Never happened. What do you think happened? The article says
I'm going on
19 when I met her.
She was 19 when you met her?
Yeah. The article says it.
So, but what did you say?
I said that I spoke to her on the phone when she was 16 before I realized that she was.
All right, well,
that's how we catch a lot of
that's how we catch him.
So Adam acknowledges speaking to this girl and that she was underage. So honestly, speaking to these guys isn't helping his case here. And what he's being accused of is speaking to this young girl. And there's a lot more to the story.
You didn't even know that she was doing something fucked up.
It don't even matter, but that's how we catch him.
You felt like you were going to come on my platform and expose me, though. Like, why
no, it was just in the midst of the conversation. It was in the midst of, he didn't, hey, it's not on him on nothing. It was in the midst of the conversation.
But you came on my platform and spread lies like that?
Lies?
Lies.
Is it lies?
I mean, you could have done some research and figured out anything.
Did you talk to her when you were 16?
For like 5 minutes when I was 21.
You can already see that Adam is getting defensive and doesn't like the fact that they are bringing this to his platform. And then he does acknowledge that he did speak to this person for at least 5 minutes. And that's when these people really get riled up and he ends up kicking them out.
I'm 39.
You wasn't 23?
I might have been 21. Right?
How you don't know? How you don't know if you was 21?
20 years ago.
It still happened though, but we can't take that jacket off. We can't take that jacket off of nobody.
Right? You gotta
go. Hey man, you know. Let's go. Look, yeah, season 6. I'll keep the cut. Bro, you think I don't got the article? Bro, I got the article and all that, bro. Like, come on, man. I read it. Bro, you was 23, she was 16. You was on the phone with her for what? You should have known. Why am I talking to a 16-year-old girl? Why am I talking to a 16-year-old girl? Stop it, bro. We gotta get let out. You on the phone with a 16-year-old girl, bro. What are you talking about?
There seems to be a lot of discrepancies when it comes to his age. At some point he says 23, some reports say 21, so we really don't know. Seems like we don't even know the age of this person because at some points they say 16, at some points it's 19, but there have been other reports of this story, so let's go ahead and break down what we know. So this person goes by D when they speak to the media outlet Pitchfork. And they shared that they had met Adam back in 2006 when they were 16 on a messaging board. She claims that they didn't speak for a period of time, and actually 3 years later they reconnected because Dee had gotten out of a relationship. She ended up booking a flight to go visit him in New York, and she wanted to go and spend time with him and to kiss him, but she claims she didn't want to have sex then. So we've got two situations going on here. The perf busters brought up the fact that this girl was 16 when Adam first started talking to her, which is problematic. And then we've got this issue here where 3 years later, he forces himself on top of her. She claims that she was pushing him off of her, blocking her private parts, telling him not to go there, don't put your fingers in there, don't go anywhere near there. But he's 6'4", she's 5'3". He can do whatever he wanted to. She said that she was trying to fight him off, but he just did it. She couldn't control him because he was much larger and stronger than her. So ultimately it happened, and she's claiming that he had assaulted her. But he's saying that this is all BS. He dated this girl like 12 years ago. They had a delightful relationship, but then she started, I guess, cheating on him with some guy in a band, and they ended up breaking up. And it seems like now she's coming after him, according to his perspective.
What were the allegations that were the
Allegations, the crazy about it was just that it was a girl from 10, 12 years ago that I dated who just decided that I raped her, like, all these years later. First, she was trying to tell this reporter that she was underage when I slept with her. And then the reporter starts looking into it and he figures out, like, oh no, like, you were of age. She was of age when I met her.
So Adam's claiming that this is all BS, it's all made up, it's just, designed to try to ruin him. But Dee maintains that this happened and claimed that even Adam recognized that she was upset afterwards. He asked her why she was upset. Quote, I was like, dude, I told you I wanted to wait. You knew this was special to me and I wanted to wait. Why did you do that? She said that he told her to keep what happened a secret between the two of them, and that he mentioned he was still getting lots of heat over Jane. He was terrified. She claims that she didn't go to the police. Quote, no one understands why people never go to the cops, but when you're in that moment, your first reaction is like, let me go to the cops. You kind of don't want to deal with that confrontation. My first reaction was, my mom is never going to trust me again. So Dee was put in a tough situation. And even though this was a controversy that Adam dealt with kind of like a few years ago, it's coming back up because people are still remembering it. And you can't really forget that. But there's also another person who's come forward and claims that they've had a bad experience with Adam as well. Her name is also anonymous. She's going by Jane, but she claims that she met Adam back in 2005 on a messaging board as well. One day they made plans to get together in New York, and Jane ended up riding the subway back with him to his apartment. Adam made advances on Jane, and she claims at first she was okay with it, but quickly became uncomfortable as it went further than she wanted to go. Jane said, I told him I wasn't into it, but he didn't stop and became pretty angry. Meanwhile, I'm not a big girl, I'm 5'4", and Adam is well over 6 foot. I was terrified and froze while he did it with me, basically my lifeless body. I was too afraid to fight back in fear that he would hurt me, so I just laid in terror. Eventually he stopped, I changed, and I immediately left. I remember waiting in the subway, sobbing, thinking I should have fought back. I should have gotten out of there. I felt guilty, violated, and scared. She said she confided in one person who she thought she trusted about the assault, but did not go to the police or any other authorities. For reasons I still do not understand, he told Adam, Jane said. Adam immediately took it to a public forum where we both were members of and plastered my supposed lie all over it. This is a really disturbing part of the story because Adam22 went to social media and wrote a blog post about Jane and how she was accusing him of doing these things, which he claims aren't factual. Adam wrote a blog post titled, "The Time a Girl Accused Me of the R Word." He included photos of Jane as well as her first name, and he discussed confronting her on the message board. He also described getting physical with her in graphic, which he maintained was consensual. He wrote, "She was letting me touch her all over and was making out with me the whole time, but she didn't seem like she was really enjoying it all that much." So consensual? How much a woman enjoys getting intimate is usually not highly correlated to how much fun I'm having, though. So I didn't give it much thought, which, oh, that sounds like almost like an admission in my opinion.
Girl from back around that same time period who came out anonymously and said shit about me, like Atlantic did a whole, they hired investigators to investigate all of that shit. I sat through like many hours of investigation. The investigators told them that they didn't have anything solid to go on.
He claims that this whole thing was investigated by a record label and he's been cleared. But I mean, you guys trust the music industry and the entertainment industry and these record labels. Like, I mean, if anything, they're going to go see what they can make disappear. And then if they can make it disappear, you're all good. And if not, then they go into repair mode. But right now, No Jumper could use some repair mode because they are really breaking down as a podcast. They are experiencing a lot of loss because recently Adam22 fired one of his co-hosts because it seems like this co-host was going around and talking about salaries and people's positions on the podcast, and Adam decided to take it to the live stream and do it in front of everyone.
Lush, you lied to me.
What?
You lied to me, Lush.
About what?
What I just tried to talk to you about in the hall?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing.
Well, I got confirmation from a bunch of different people.
Nah, fool.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. And it looks funnier the more you lie.
I really like, when?
I mean, how many people do I need to have confirm it before it's like crazy shit? Like, bro, I've talked to you about talking in the fucking Discord and saying crazy shit, but I never knew that you were this fucking loony with it, bro.
Obviously, it's really tense in there, and Discord is like the source of so many problems. I have a love-hate relationship with it, but this guy seems to be talking in the Discord, and Adam has some receipts, and clearly he's upset because, like, why are you doing this live? Why are you trying to make a mockery of your employee and your friend?
Like, when did I say that?
No, you did. You said a bunch of shit talking about how much people get paid and shit, bro.
No, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
That's complete cap. Like, seriously, like, we could go in the Discord and talk to those people directly.
I would love that. I would love to be proven wrong because the fact that I trusted you this much and that I've just had all this shit revealed
I
to
don't
me,
even know what people get paid.
it would take on that. Okay, but I mean, why do I have random people in the Discord telling me, oh, so-and-so said this, and it's like something that I guarantee somebody said to you or that you've heard around the office, but that you never obviously should have fucking spoke on?
No.
You can see it in Adam's face, how angry he is and how uncomfortable the room is. Like, that guy in the middle just, like, dismissed himself because he couldn't handle what was going on there. And they're really kind of, like, going around, like, what the real issue is, probably because they are on live. But towards the end, we got a hint of, like, what he's upset about, because it's obviously something involving salaries and payment and employment. So Adam seems like a messy boss.
I honestly think, at least for now, maybe we could come to the bottom of this at some point, but it's probably better that you just leave.
All right, man.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not expect this to be a narrative that was taking place today, but we got to hold ourselves to a higher standard. And yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm just super disappointed.
I didn't do that, bro.
Okay. You guys can end the stream or whatever, but
maybe that's good for entertainment purposes, but like as far as like workplace and like culture and like HR, that just seems so bad, and it doesn't look good for Adam or the No Jumper podcast. Like, if you're gonna have issues like this, like, go and handle it privately. And it sounded like they did have a private conversation, but Adam was so upset he decided to confront him. And as a boss, I understand confronting your employees, but also you need to handle things like professionally. Like, if you're talking about salary or like positions, you need to make that clear, like, privately and among people if they need to know. It sounds like workplace gossip, that stuff I do not miss. And now it sounds like a lot of the members of this podcast series are leaving No Jumper because of Adam22 and how he fired that guy. I mean, we've got a host named, I think it's T-Rel. I think I heard one of them say T-Rel. And then we've got AD. All of these people dropping like flies because they can't support Adam this way. It also doesn't help that Adam recently invited Richard Spencer, an accused racist and white supremacist, onto the podcast for a discussion, and the host AD wasn't happy about it. So between the firing and the Spencer guy, he was like, you know what, I don't think the vibes are great here, I'm out.
A couple of hit ups. Hey, Lush is in the Discord saying you got cut.
Damn.
Adam about to replace you.
Damn.
He don't like your saying 4 jokes that you be saying. And a plethora of other things.
God damn.
So I'm like, what?
God damn, what else?
I was trying to keep shit cool, girl. Hit up today from Adam. Adam hits me up and he like, hey man, is everything cool and stuff like that? I just, I want to make sure that we on the same page and,
We not.
I never felt this way and saying all that. I said, man, check it out, bro. I was trying to be cool about it, but the fact that niggas in a Discord can talk about I'm getting cut and you don't like this about me and shit like that, I said, that shit weak, bro. We supposed to be better than that.
There's a long history when it comes to Adam22, so if you guys have any other video ideas for me, here's my email below. Let's go ahead and open this P.O. Box package item from Jazz, and it looks like they are from another country. They're from Australia. What the heck? Oh my gosh, so cute. Look. Oh my gosh, Jazz. I love this. Every time I see a business card, I'm like, I want one. Your story is your greatest legacy to the world. It's a chance to impact and inspire lives globally. Let me show you how. So it looks like, oh, book coach. Okay, cute. So we've got this really nicely wrapped book all the way from Australia. Wow. Again, the closest to Australia I'll ever get, I think. And wow, look at this. Okay, so we've got a book, a memoir about finding your voice and rewriting trauma into triumph. Cute. Oh, and then we've got a letter right here. Sloan, keep speaking out. You are incredible. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much, Jazz. Hello from Australia. I wanted to write you and thank you for all you're doing exposing the abuse and corruption within Hollywood. I came across your videos last year and have been addicted to your channel. Aw, pretty much all I watch. You have opened my eyes to so many things that I had no idea what's happening. I love your video about Madonna and Steven Tyler and Wilmer Valderrama. Yes, I love those videos. I'm in all of your courage, especially when it comes to the abuse of the childhood stars. I really appreciate how you bring these issues to light. You are going to love the podcast. I'm so excited for it to come out March 28th. I wanted to send you a copy of my book. Oh, it's your book? Oh, it is your book. Jazz Rawson. Oh, cute. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize your hair was blue. How did I just not notice your hair was blue in that? Okay, cute, your book. It shares my story of rising above trauma and becoming a global speaker and advocate, and I've spent many time with survivors of human trafficking. I know you received many gifts, so no expectation to read. Oh, it's so sweet. No. Thank you for being you. Keep shining. Oh, I'll list everything below, and you got a website, the jazzrosling.com, the stories we carry. That is so, awesome. I can't believe that you, have this book and you sent me a signed copy. I'm fangirling right now. Thank you so much. I'll link everything below and I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Bye guys.